guys, it's Kaitlin and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a very long awaited video because I've been talking about it the entire month of July, and today I finally give you guys the huge college Q&A. And so over the past couple of weeks, I've asked you guys to curate some of your deepest questions that you may have to ask me regarding college, my personal life, or just like anything. So yeah, I'm excited to be doing this for you guys, so I don't want to waste any more time, so let's just get into questions and just like college advice you just really need to hear. So without further ado, let's just get into the questions. How is it like living in a dorm? The space, comfy beds, etc. And how is the food with my meal plan? Are there smoothies? ? So I started off this video just like really bad because I literally just did not answer the first question. So to answer that first question, the space in the dorm is not too small. You have your bed, you have your desk, you have your closet, and you have your side of the room, which honestly is enough when it comes to a dorm. The mattresses, at least for me in the little building, were really comfy, and I didn't really need a mattress pad or a topper. And so that is kind of all up to your preference, but I was completely fine with not having one, and it was pretty comfy for the most part. Okay, so living in a dorm isn't as bad as it seems. Going in, I thought I'd be super homesick. As a child, I didn't like going to camp, and I didn't like being away from home. But the first week that I was on campus, I was completely fine and wasn't as homesick as I did get like later on in the year. It's like better than I anticipated. It's dorm life. And the food at Emerson, I'd say with my meal plan, is okay. I wouldn't complain just because it's food, but although I never really went to the dining hall as often as like I should have, I went to like the other restaurants on campus, like the Max. The dining hall food is pretty good though. There are smoothies, but they have them occasionally, but I never actually got one, I'm pretty sure. Are you in the honors program? No, I am not in the honors program. Did you take a year off, or did you think about it, and what's your opinion on that? I did not take a year off. I do believe that taking a gap year for some people is very necessary. I just thought for myself that I really needed to stay on my path, and I was really eager and anxious to go to college right after high school, and so I honestly commend people who take gap years because I feel like there's a stigma on people that take gap years that are like, why are you doing this? Like, especially this semester coming up, a lot of people are thinking about taking gap semesters. A lot of people are considering like taking leave of absences, and that is completely reasonable, especially in our situation at the moment. But yeah, I personally did not take a gap year. What did you do on the weekends? Personally, so Fridays was like the night to go out. I usually went out, or I usually just stayed in and did something in my dorm. Saturdays, it usually depended on like my mood, because Saturdays are like, I don't know, Saturdays are like my free day, so it like depends what I want to do like later in the evening. Sundays are my chill days. Those are my days that are reserved for doing work. I'll usually do work either Friday like evening, afternoon, because I usually don't have classes on Fridays, and I'll usually do work on Sunday. So Saturday is like my free day. But I wish I explored Boston more. There's a ton of stuff you can do. My friends and I, we would like run errands like all over the city and just like go explore Boston, but I wish I explored it more. So utilize your time. Have you ever regretted your major? / how did you know your major is what you wanted to do? So I actually just filmed a video on this, and so that video should be either up after or before this video. I never regretted my major, but I will explain more in that video if you guys want to check that out. I never regretted. I had some doubts during my freshman year. I just knew that marketing communications was perfect for me just because I knew that's what I love to do. Like, it combines two of my passions, like business and building a brand, and then content creation and visual media. Yeah, so it combines the two, and I just think it's really perfect for me. What camera do you recommend bringing to school? So I always film, and I actually bring my Canon G7X. Yeah, I have like the original G7X because I got it a couple years ago. It like works like a charm. Like, I've been using it for like 4 years now, and it's perfect, and it's easy because it has the flip up screen, and I can just take it anywhere like I want. But I'm actually in the works of trying to get another DSLR camera just because I just really need a new one, and I really want one. So maybe we'll see that in the future, but I have all of the links to all of my editing and filming equipment in the description, so if you want to check that out, that'll be down there. What is the dating scene like? And so I think this varies at a ton of schools, but if I would say at Emerson, I don't really know how to describe it, honestly. A lot of people use dating apps. That's just like how it is like in our generation these days. I feel like it's kind of natural. Is it difficult to meet people? No, I wouldn't say it's not. I mean, at least for me it wasn't. I'm a little skeptical and curious to see how it's gonna work this semester and this coming like semesters, but I think the dating scene, everyone, it's like pretty natural, honestly. If you could only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be? A meal? Okay, that's like food plus a drink. I personally love like dinners or lunches. I love sushi so much, but I feel like you could get salmonella or something like that or like E. coli if you eat too much sushi a span of a couple of days. And so that might probably not be the best idea, but I'd probably go with sushi and like iced coffee. Well, not together, but like, I don't know. Ideas for making friends in college with quarantine, putting lots of things online. So I actually just filmed one of these videos. You guys like actually read my mind when I asked you guys to give me these questions. But I'm glad you guys want to see a video. I know it's going to be really tricky to try and make friends and try to figure out ideas to hang out with other people, especially on campus with our socially distant and respectful health concerns and safety like precautions in line. And so I compiled a list of things, some ideas for you guys, and so that video should either be up before or after this one, so check that out if you guys want to watch that. Am I going to see you here in a couple months? Okay, so this question was asked by my friend Clara that lives in Spain. I literally miss her so much, but if you guys didn't know this, I'm planning on going abroad spring 2021. Like, I have my application in and everything. Hopefully I'll get accepted, so I can't promise anything. Also, with the current world pandemic going on, I don't know if Spain will be able or if I'll be able to go abroad in the spring, but that is my plan, and I hope I'll see you in Spain, Clara. I really, really hope. Let's keep our fingers crossed for that one. What's your advice on college clubs, sororities, and etc.? Is it best to join one? I am in a couple of clubs, and honestly, those clubs are some of the places and events where I've met some of my really, really good friends. Getting involved on campus is super important for me socially, and so I think because every single week if you join a club there probably will be an event every single week, and so that gives me something to look forward to every week, and I would recommend joining one just because you'll meet more people and you'll just be more involved and you'll be able to put stuff on your resume. How do you feel about Emerson's reopening plan? Okay, this one's a loaded one. Okay, I personally wasn't too happy about the way that they told us. I felt like I still feel like as of right now too, they're still being really transparent about a lot of the things that are going on and a lot of the things that we're doing in the fall. There's been some speculation going around that we won't be able to visit other residential halls. I'm not too sure about that. I don't like how Emerson decided to reopen and decided to increase tuition by not 4%. They were going to do that without the pandemic, but they increased tuition by 2%, and they are hardly giving out any financial aid, especially in this economic we have in this like world going on right now. I'm glad they decided that we are doing a hybrid model. Okay, so I'm just gonna say this. I'm glad that we're going back, but I'm not too happy about the way that they told us. I think in some aspects, in some situations, they're handling it okay. I think as students, that we're just gonna have to deal with that. For a lot of the things, I just like didn't really like how they did it in the way. Is Emerson's party life as bland as people say it is? I'm just gonna say yeah. I've actually talked about this a lot on my channel, but if you guys want to watch my other videos, I talk a lot about it more in depth, like my freshman year experience, so watch that video if you want to learn more about that. But I honestly would say yes, just because I don't really know how to describe it. Like, personally, I just don't. What was the transition like going from small town to big city? I truly do not regret going to a big city from a small town. If you guys don't know, I'm from a really, really small, like, rural town. I'm just so glad I got out. And just the transition, though, I was really homesick. I did miss a lot of the things that my small town offered. Being able to just go get ice cream or driving around and going to, like, watch the sunset and stargazing, because there's so much like light pollution. Obviously I can't do that in the city. I did get homesick in the beginning. When my parents left, I literally cried so much. I love living in a big city, I didn't really worry that much just because I knew that I wanted to be in a city. I knew I wanted to end up in a city. Are the dorms in Little Building air conditioned? Yes, they are. How expensive are books at Emerson? I rent my books, and like personally, a lot of the professors offered online books, and so I rented like novels that I had to read. So those ranged anywhere from like $10 to $20. But textbooks are for like renting is usually like $30, $50. Any tips on moving to college from across the country? Personally, I'm not from across the country, but I do have a lot of friends that are not from the Northeast. Appreciate your coast because there are definitely differences in the coast. My friends and I, we like to address the East Coast and versus the West Coast things. So maybe just try and appreciate the West Coast before you move on to the East Coast. Just try and to remember that like wherever you are, it's probably going to be different than what Boston is like. What's the best way to get used to living the dorm life? Treat it like your home. Honestly, that would probably be my best tip and advice I have for you. Just treat it like your home. Treat it like your safe space. Try to decorate your room as homey as possible. I'd say the only thing really different from like being at home is obviously I was in a double, so I was living with someone else, and the communal bathrooms. Are you happy? At the moment, yes, I am very happy. What's your favorite show on Netflix? Okay, so at the moment, I actually just finished The Office. I cried my heart and soul out during the finale. I don't really have a favorite show just because I'm always watching something different. I actually restarted New Girl, which is a really weird thing for me because I don't like rewatching things, but I just love New Girl and I forgot how it was, and so maybe that's my favorite one at the moment. I don't know. Dunkin' or Starbucks? Oof, definitely Dunkin', just because my lifestyle is leaning towards I don't have the money for Starbucks anymore. However, I do want to get some sort of fix from Starbucks sometimes. So in Boston, I mean, we have a ton of Dunkins around, like literally every single block there's a Dunkin' Donuts. By Emerson, there's a Starbucks and a Dunkin' Donuts, so I like to trade off times. But this semester I'm actually trying to figure out some more like coffee shops and just cafes around Boston because I want to put my money towards like small businesses. Any advice for freshmen during this uncertain time? I would just say for this one, don't worry and live in the moment. Before you know it, your freshman year is going to be over like that. What is located on the lower floors of the Little Building? So I'm actually really excited for this. If you guys don't know, or if you like go to Emerson and everything, my class was the first class to live in the Little Building. And so it was still kind of under construction. The sidewalks are always under construction for some reason, and I'm pretty sure they still are. I literally don't know why they need to fix the stupid sidewalks before they can like help with financial aid. That just doesn't make any sense to me for some reason. Anyways, what was the question? Yeah, so there's an El Jefe's Taqueria. I'm pretty sure there was one located in Cambridge, but my friends would always buy from there because it's open until 4 a.m. I don't know if this one's open until 4 a.m., but that would be pretty cool. There's also a Tate, which is a cafe. I don't know if it's like a Boston thing or like a Northeastern thing, but there's like a ton of Tates around Boston. It's honestly the cutest little cafe. Like, it's just so cute, but it's very like expensive and overpriced. So I don't know how much I will be going and spending my money at Tate, but that's there. They're also putting the mailroom and the shipping room like in the basement of LB. They used to have it in Colonial, but like literally that shipping room or like that mailroom was so freaking tiny. I don't know how they would fit everyone in there, especially with social distancing and everything. So I'm glad they're putting in LB. There's also like the mailroom for like your letters, just like mail. There's a mailroom. I don't know what else is there. I'm pretty sure that's all that's there. I'll put it on the screen if I'm missing something. How is it like to use communal bathrooms? Is it awkward or always crowded? So my first communal bathroom experience was very calming actually, just because when I moved in, I was one of the I was one of the only people to reside in the Little Building, and so there weren't really that many people there. Communal bathrooms, just wear shower shoes. They're fine. You get used to them. They're just like regular showers. If you've been to camp, they're like better than camp showers, but just obviously take precautions, especially now. Is it awkward? Sometimes, yeah, because I'll see people from my floor that I've never talked to. I would then always see like people I knew, and so it would be fun to be like, hi, or like, good morning, good night. Abby and I, my roommate, we would always like brush our teeth together, so that would be fun. Crowded, sometimes like you just have to like schedule out your like shower plans and like going to the bathroom or whatever. You just have to figure out what time is good for you. A lot of people took showers at night, so like I tended to take showers like during the day when no one was in there, so it was actually really nice. But yeah, communal bathrooms aren't as bad as they seem. Just wear shower shoes and have a caddy that you can hang, because you don't want to touch like the floor or like, yeah, so. But that's all I have in this video and all I have in this Q&A. If you have any more questions, comment them down below, or you can like reach out to me on my Instagram, whatever you'd like. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel down below if you are not already, and click the notification bell to what am I saying? Click the notification bell to be notified every single time I upload. And yeah, continuing the countdown day to move in. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!